everybody, time for another couples chat. Today we are talking about
arguments.
Yeah, we've talked about silly things we've argued about before, but sometimes it's not so silly. Sometimes, in fact, it's really quite serious and it becomes like a little bit, much, but it happens. And I think every couple has arguments, whether you're married or whether you're in a relationship. I think the key is how we resolve these arguments.
Yeah.
So what do you think our biggest issue is, like, in terms of arguments?
That we're both stubborn, I guess.
Yes, we are.
Both very stubborn.
Yes, we are.
And don't want to give in.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is common
with
a lot of couples.
But I think that the key important thing with us is that we always communicate. And I tell them all the time, like, you should be happy because there's some people who they don't communicate and they don't talk about their feelings. They bottle it up inside. And then 5-10 years later, you're like, where did we go wrong? And we've always wanted to avoid that. So no matter how ugly things get, and I mean, a lot of the times when we argue, it's usually stuff about like, the kids, scheduling, work. And I think it's...
being tired.
Yeah,
that's a big one lately. So we're just tired and cranky constantly.
Okay, I'm the guilty party in that because I'm always complaining about being tired. But yes, I am. And, although I primarily am home, there are times when I'm called in to fill in and it kind of throws my schedule out of whack. So I go from like this schedule to like all of a sudden it's upside down and I'm affected, he's affected, the kids are affected. And it just makes us all kind of go nuts. Well, not the kids so much, but...
no, they're oblivious.
They're oblivious to what's going on.
They're just happy-go-lucky.
Like you said, you're always saying you're tired. And I was like, I know I am because I want you to know that I'm tired. Yeah. And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what, maybe I do say it a little bit too much. So I've been trying to not say I'm trying. And it's a good thing.
Because my thing is like, what's the point of repeating it all the time? I know, I'm tired too. I don't repeat it every day. I'm exhausted. It's just,
You do hold up better than I do. I mean, like, he could be exhausted and he's, like, acting, like, normal. I'm like, how are you acting normal? Like, I'm exhausted. And yet he's worked, like, an entire day and then a bunch of other things and then takes care of the kids. And I'm sitting up here like, yeah, I'm tired. But I've been home and have had maybe a few things to do around the house. And I am training for that half marathon. And it is tiring. It's pretty exhausting. But I think, again, the key is that we... communicate, we get it out. It's like constipation.
I think we have different styles too, dealing with our
arguments,
frustration or whatever. Because like you say, you like to express it, and you have to get it out. But to me, it just makes it worse if you keep talking about it. It just makes me more depressed, thinking about like I'm so tired or I'm so frustrated. I'd rather just move on and just try to not think about it and try to get past it.
Like you'll
we
say
have different ways of dealing with our
frustrations. Yeah, you'll say it like once or twice, and then it'll be like okay. But me, until the cows come home. Yeah. I admit, but it's a work in progress. And again, I like to be the one to speak up and say, hey, this is how I'm feeling, because I don't want later on to be like, I had no idea you felt this way. Same here. Yeah. Same thing with him. I mean, he is better at bottling up things inside. He may say it once or twice, but sometimes when you say things once or twice or in passing, it doesn't have the same effect as you saying it.
But I do that for my own sanity, because if I keep talking about it, I'm just going to be angry. I'd rather try to move on and try to power through it and get past it. To me talking about stuff that makes me angry or frustrated, it only makes me more angry and frustrated. So I'd rather try to get past it.
So how do you think we've been doing? Are we doing better? Because I think we're doing much better.
We're doing better. I mean, when you're working, it's a lot tougher. You're a lot different. It's a different.
Because there's a lot going on. it's a lot going on. Like the times, the hours, because it's either I'm working very early or I'm coming home very late. And it's not something I'm doing every single day because like I said, you know, I quit my full-time job to primarily be at home, help out with the kids more. But every now and again, and it doesn't happen often, but there are these little spurts where I may have like a week that I'm filling in for somebody, or like a couple weeks somebody's calling out sick or something like that. But for the most part, you know, it's like a day or two here or there. And it does kind of stir things around a little bit because I'm a planner and I like things in order. I like to know, okay, we're getting up at this time, you know, you're picking up the kids, my mom is picking up the kids, I'm dropping off, I'm picking up here. So I think that's where the craziness comes from. Yeah. But I think, again, the most important thing is, like, what would you say, what advice would you give other couples that are going through arguments and how to settle them? Because we're not the only ones, clearly.
You just got to be able to give and take, and sometimes you got to just take an L for the team, I guess. Yeah. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's all about, so I say compromise.
Yeah.
Communication. Be willing to go with the flow.
Stop being stubborn.
Stop being stubborn. And know that it's a passing thing. Know that you're not the only ones. Because we may think we have it bad, but there are other people who have it worse. You know, so these, and I wouldn't call them little arguments because they could actually be very combustible.
Yeah. And if you stop having arguments, that means that you might have just stopped caring altogether, and that's a really bad thing. So, and I've seen relationships like that where the people it's like they're just in an arrangement and they don't really, there's no
it's like
communication,
a passing thing.
And they're just, you know, cohabitating.
Yeah, co-parenting, cohabitating, and not really, you know, spending time together.
No passion.
No passion. Yeah. If we lose the passion, we in trouble.
Yeah.
But we still have that. Oh, thank goodness. I don't think that's going anywhere.
No, we're good.
We're good. All right. All right, guys. Tell us what you think. Leave your comments, questions below. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye.